I've been trying to do it for almost since 2009, 2008. But you know how that is. You start dealing with people and then they aren't right and they aren't right with the company. Then you get discouraged. Then you quit. Then you come back. Then eventually you just get fed up and you're like, okay, I'm just going to do it now or never. So that's kind of like I woke up at the beginning of the year, this year, and I'm like, okay, we're going in.
Cool.
I'm going in. So let's see what it does.
And you had the video?
I got the new video.
Right.
Yeah, my second video.
It was the one with, what's her name?
Jenna.
Jenna.
That's the second video. I had one earlier this year. My one we're doing next is a strip club song called Handout.
Handout.
Yes, booty shaking.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So how'd you get into the whole modeling thing to begin with?
I just kind of fell into the modeling thing. Internet. I started posting pictures. People started responding. So I continued to go forward, and then once people start paying so much attention to you, then the magazines come for you because you're in demand. So that's kind of how it came. One magazine came, then the other magazine. First it was King, then it was Smooth, then who was next? I don't know. I did about 25 magazines or something like that after that. But and then I did like national TV commercials. I kind of like went away from like the urban modeling. I went more towards like people that pay me. So I was doing like national dating commercials, like, hi, I mean, like to chat with like sexy new people, text 242, and it's really me in the commercial, but not really me on the phone. So I went that way. But yeah, I've been doing it for a while. We did a couple music videos. That really wasn't the thing for me though. That was long hours, repetitive, low pay. So it was just like, I was like, I didn't really want to do too many other people's music videos. I didn't think they would take mine seriously if I was just like in everybody's video, like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, what, you know, for the girls who are watching this who are aspiring to be urban models themselves, and you know, and have their Twitter page and their Model Mayhem page and everything, like, talk about like the pros and cons of that whole.
It's funny you say that, because a lot of them have Twitter pages and don't even know what Model Mayhem is. They think if you put on a thong and get a Twitter and maybe do a World Star video, you're a model now. So, I mean, they don't really know about, like, okay, you can get on these websites, you can actually get work, you can get pictures taken for free. Honestly, I wouldn't really encourage anybody to be an urban model. I'm gonna be keeping it real with you. But it is something that some girls have succeeded in and has taken them, you know, to better places in their lives. So for the ones that are coming up in it, I suggest that they, first of all, own all your images. I own every image of me that is on the internet. So nobody can put out a bad picture of me or an unretouched picture of me because I own them all. I paid for them all, so they can't use them without my, you know, my permission. I trademarked and copyrighted my name, so I'm not just my name, I'm a brand, and I incorporated myself. So everything I do is a tax write-off. And if you're going to be a model, make it a business. And also, before you do anything, get a website. Because what is the purpose of all this exposure if your fans have nowhere to find you except Twitter, where they can find other models and forget about you? I think that's what I would tell them.
I mean, is there any real pay for the urban models out there? Because, you know, I mean,
if I can keep it 100?
Keep it 100.
I'm going to keep it 1,000. No.
Nothing.
Honestly, it's all exposure, and it's what you do with the exposure. Some girls go dance, and that's where they get paid. You know, some girls get a rapper boyfriend and have a baby, and that's where they get paid. That's pretty much it.
So you either strip or get a rapper boyfriend.
It's you be a stripper or you get a rapper boyfriend.
That's it.
One of the two. Or somebody comes to save you because they see you and they think you're pretty, or you date, or somebody will see you because of the exposure, and then you end up dating somebody that might pull you away from it all. These are, I'm speaking from experience. Right. So I mean, honestly, I'm keeping it real with you. Every model is, some of them have regular jobs. Don't get me wrong, but that's probably like 22%.
22%.
The other 88% are stripping or escorting. Let's keep it a million here. Don't be mad. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just gonna keep it a thou wow here. It is what it is.
I mean, if you look at you know, the urban models out there, kind of the more known ones. There is Amber Rose.
Yeah. I don't even consider Amber an urban model because she had not done any modeling before was really dating Kanye.
I guess one. Okay, so I see what you're saying.
You know, anybody can just happen. I mean, Sandy will cast a girl that's in college because she has a big booty, but that's not. She didn't put any work.
She didn't put in the. Okay, so who else is there? There's
Malaya's a model. I consider Malaya an urban model.
Okay.
I consider.
And Malaya's had. Well, Malaya strips, and she's had the rapper boyfriends.
Right.
She's had Drake. She's had Sean Kingston. Am I missing anybody?
Our business like that.
Okay. Who else is out there? There is. You can say Melissa Ford.
Yeah, Melissa. Well, see, and you see, Melissa. Okay, let's go back. Melissa was a pioneer.
Right.
She was one of the first to have the really tiny waist and the big booty and the, you know, the. And then you have Buffy, who was also a pioneer. But because they came in and they were the first to do what they did, they got that money. And everybody else is still behind them trying to catch up to something doesn't even exist anymore. If that makes any sense to you.
I mean, there's Lola Monroe.
Lola, I love Lola. But she's an exception to the rule.
She started out doing urban modeling, and you know, she churned into a rap career. And,
the reason why I say she's an exception to the rule is because she had a lot of exposure prior to that. I mean, like her exposure was over the top. She was everywhere. She was on every magazine cover and every music video. You know, she was G Unit's go-to girl. So her transition was easy. People were very familiar with her, but it's good for her.
I mean, is there anyone else that I'm forgetting in terms of like the more known ones?
Isn't that crazy how you can't really just pull up anything in your mind? Cubana Lust, I consider her an urban model.
Cubana Lust, definitely an urban model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, she strips, I assume, right?
Yeah.
She strips, and like, you know, I mean, she shows up on World Star a lot, and she does appearances and stuff like that. I mean, do you get booked for a lot of paid appearances once you're really, you know, in those magazines and stuff like that? Or
Rosa Acosta. You can't forget Rosa. I love my Rosa. I love my Rosa. My Rosa Acosta. But you know, honestly, they don't. That goes back to the Melissa and Buffy times. That's when people were shelling out money from models who had exposure. You can get $2,000, $2,500 to just appear. And even Angel, they were still paying back in Angel's days, like 2008. They still pay now, but it's.
So you don't get 2,000 anymore to do a club walkthrough?
They don't, like 1,000.
1,000. They
usually want to just give 1,000. You know.
And that's kind of hit and miss sometimes?
Right. Strip clubs will pay 1,000.
So it's hard. What you're basically saying is that it's hard to go from urban modeling to having an actual career where you can support yourself. To keep taking your exposure and creating it into income, unless you do what I said and you have that website. Because that website where you already have your thong on Twitter and they can see it for free, put up a little bit more, charge $19.99 a month. Okay.
Most people forget about the billing. It will recur. You don't sign to the website and forget it. Right. Like, okay, so $19.99 a month, you get like 1,500 people, you can make you a good little $3,000-$4,000 a month. You know, just updating your website with pictures and videos, and that's why I suggested that they get a website, and that will be at least they can say I have a form of income, and then I have a place where I can put my stuff where my fans can come and see and purchase. But they don't understand the concept of branding and merchandising.
So let's talk about the underbelly of urban modeling.
Well, a lot of girls don't know, you know, what's wrong and what's right and what's correct etiquette and what you should and should not do, or what they should and should not do. And then, you know, you get the photographers, I call them suitcase pimps, because You know, they walk around and they got the little package together, like, oh, come on, let's take some pictures. I'm gonna get you in this, and then, you know, they sell them a dream. I'm gonna get you in King magazine. I'm gonna get you in Black Men's magazine, and and then the photographer gets to taking pictures, and then the girl is naked or half naked, topless with a thong. And next thing you know, he's touching you, and you don't really know what to say because you don't want to offend him, because you don't want to lose your magazine, and then you don't know what to do, and now you're compromised, and it's like, okay, what do I do? Do I stop him? Do I keep going? What do I do? Do I fight this? What do I do? I know a lot of girls that that's happened to, and I know a lot of girls that have actually let. It's not just the photographers either. Don't get it twisted. These magazine publishers are animals too. Don't be mad at me, people. I'm just telling y'all the truth. But the magazine, they do that too. They abuse their power. They know. They know that the girls are really, really hungry and they really want to get in the magazine, so they prey on it. And the girls don't know any better, and they'll do it. I know girls that have done it, and they still didn't get in the magazine. Me personally, never had that happen, because I had a reputation that preceded me before I got into the modeling industry. She's not really one you really want to try that with.
So no one's ever crossed the line with you?
One photographer attempted to.
Yeah?
Yeah, but he was a weirdo. Like, I think he was like a rapist or something, because, no, let me tell you why. I got him on Model Mayhem. He gave me some really dope pictures, don't get me wrong, but like 6 months later, I had random girls contacting me like, hey, you shot with this, I'm not gonna mention his name. You shot with him? Did he do something to you? Because apparently he did. He offered me a drink. I don't drink alcohol. And this one girl, he did, and she said she passed out and she woke up, he was on top of her.
Right. The drink I gave you is okay, but.
Oh, well, you know what? That's okay. She got me. She's here too. But it's like, I was like, what? And you know, she's like, well, I'm trying to file a suit against him. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't really want to get involved in that. But, you know, I'm like, he did, you know, try to be extra touchy-feely with me. But I shut it down. But she took the drink and she passed out and he was on top of her. I don't know. I wasn't there. But yeah, they do it. They do it. I mean, let's be honest. That's every industry. It doesn't matter if it's urban modeling. It could be the corporate world. Same thing. The boss. Should I don't know. Am I gonna get a raise? I don't know. Is he gonna give me a, what do you call it? An advance? I don't know. I never had a real job. I'm like, what do you call it when you get a better job? A promotion.
A promotion.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, it's the same thing.
Sure.
And the girls, they don't know. And they fall victim to the whole situation, and then they're mad later. So most of them don't even say anything. They won't say anything, even if it happens to them, until somebody else says something.